Hello, my name is Charles Brennan Hackney, and I represent Eastridge High School. This is one of two grants that I have received from KVIC, the other being the Learning Innovation Grant. And I'm glad KVIC does this because they have always provided opportunities for us teachers to not only improve our effectiveness, but also learn new strategies and help our curriculum as well. This grant was the Modern Classroom Project. I've never really heard of the Modern Classroom Project before, but it was really interesting to get into it and learn some interesting things about it. My reasons for applying for this grant was a need to modernize my classroom. And I've kind of talked to this in my other grant about modernizing just kind of the subject of art and humanities in general. I really liked the self-paced mastery and the mastery-based grading when I first got into looking at the Modern Classroom Project. I liked the blended instruction and how it used the videos and the use of technology to kind of modernize, like I said, the class and my subject. And I also just like making videos. It's something I've kind of got comfortable with and never really had a problem with. So I thought everything about it sounded good, and KVIC providing the iPad and Apple Pencil was really another big part because I teach art, and those things can be used for a lot of digital video making and digital art. So like I said, the mastery-based grading, the instruction, I read a lot of research and concluded that compared to the students in conventional classroom settings, the students in mastery-based classrooms had a more positive attitude towards learning and productive academic mindsets. I think kids these days are more used to using computers and technology, so this kind of helps them be excited for the content and using the technology. So I really like that part. Research also showed that mastery-based learning reduced the variability in aptitude between students in the classroom. It kind of evens the playing field for everybody, and it substantially enhanced the students' ability to retain their learning long term. And to me, that's a very big part of students I've had multiple years kind of forget what they are learning, and it helps them retain that information. So compared to teachers in traditional classes, modern classroom teachers were significantly more likely to report that they understand what each of their students has mastered, 93% versus 74%, and that they use data to provide effective, targeted support to students. Also, students compared in traditional classrooms versus the modern classroom were significantly more likely to report that they really understood what they were learning. And to me, that was an important aspect of this, as I want the students to learn and retain the information that I was teaching them. So what the Modern Classroom did first was help me kind of refine and start using these mastery checks, which I would use on Google spreadsheets. So it kept all the information for me, and I could just recall that data, populate it with ease. And if I had a student that their parents were asking, hey, how's my student doing in your class? I could pull up this mastery check and show them that, hey, the student understood this about Unit 1. They didn't understand this. They went back, they learned it, and to what degree that they had mastered what I was teaching, which helped a lot. As for blended instruction, it helped significantly cut the time that I was lecturing down at the beginning of class and allowed me to move around the classroom. I have tables in my classroom, so there'd be 5 and 6 students at those tables, and I could really go to each table and teach and go over that lecture if they had any questions about it. So it gave me more opportunities for one-on-one instruction. Students had already been introduced to the virtual instruction because of COVID-19. We had already used programs such as Canvas and Google Classroom. So this was kind of a no-brainer for me to continue along with that since students were used to it and get to know some other programs as well. I also like the research found that online learning on average produces stronger student learning outcomes than learning solely face-to-face. I think face-to-face is probably the best way of instruction, but I think if you can use it in a combination with technology, that it will help a lot. So compared to teachers in traditional classrooms, the modern classroom teachers are significantly more likely to report that they use technology effectively. So it helped me use technology. I can know these programs. I can go to other teachers and share this with them. If they need help and questions, they can ask me. I really liked that part about it. And like I said, the time that it saved me on instruction. So I linked a few of these videos to Edpuzzle and Canvas. The only thing that I had a problem with these, they're really kind of stingy with using the videos on other things. I couldn't really embed the videos into the PowerPoint presentation. They kind of want you to take them over, and they even have a hard time really converting them into YouTube. So if I could change that, I would, but here are the links that you can go and preview those videos. I did two, one for Edpuzzle, and Edpuzzle allows you to embed questions that go along with your video. So I found that very helpful. Canvas also does that, but Canvas allowed me, I did more videos with my document scanner than with the iPad. So both were very effective, I felt like, and both had their pros and cons. What I liked about the self-paced structure was it allowed me to make lessons that must do, should do, and aspire to do, and justify those decisions. Teaching art, I have students that are really interested in art and some that are not. So they all knew what they must do, no matter their skill level. They know what they should do, but I had those students that would really hit the aspire to do, that really had a passion for the art, and could show that they were aspiring artists. So they really loved that section, and that was really helpful. It creates clear and easy to update systems. Like I said, with my spreadsheets, I could really show that progress all around, and that they were self-pacing, and what students really worked faster or worked slower and needed to be retaught. So I like that part. Also, a 2017 study found that self-paced learning environments help develop planning and self-regulation skills. The students, they would plan out their day or their week, so they could be done by Friday, which is kind of our free day or makeup day. So those skills are correlated to faster learning and higher achievement. And compared to teachers in traditional classrooms, modern classroom teachers are significantly more likely to report that they provide students with adequate time. And that really was a big factor in my classes, is saving time, because once you start a project, you only have 55 minutes. It's kind of hard for anyone to get a drawing or a painting done in that time. So they provided Apple Pencil and an iPad and the program enrollment for KVEC, and that's really awesome.